In the previous video, we have seen what is self and how it is related to the object of a class. We have also seen how to declare an instance variable using the self keyword inside the class. Now in this video, we are going to take a look on the word or the thing constructor. What is constructor and how to use it in object-oriented programming. As we know, at a time when we create an object of a class, the memory for that instance gets allocated to it. And at the same time, the constructor gets called internally. And to complete this internal call, there is an inbuilt method named as init. So now three questions come into picture. Why, when, and how do we use that constructor or that inbuilt method that is known as init method or the initializer we can say. So the answer of that why and when is, see, when we initialize or create an object of a class, the memory gets allocated to it, and at the same time the constructor get called automatically or internally. So what if we need to pass any argument inside the class? How can we do it? Or the question is, can we do it? So the answer is yes, we can do it by just simply providing that arguments in the parenthesis bracket of that class. And to store them, we definitely need someone or something which holds their value. So the thing init comes in picture. Hence, init or initializer is the method which holds the argument or accepts the argument which have come from outside the class. So point number one is constructor gets initialized when we create an object of a class. Point number two is when we create an object of a class, the constructor is automatically get called internally. And the point number three is when a constructor gets called internally, it looks for initializer or the init method inside the class, and also it accepts the argument which is coming from outside the class. And the other thing is it can be also used to initialize or declare some instance variable inside the class. So the third question is how can we initialize a constructor, how can we call a constructor, and what is that built-in initializer method, and how can we use that to declare some instance variable inside the class. So let's check it practically by doing some code. So now we are in our PyCharm IDE. So let's declare a class or define a class. Let's say the class name is class mobile. We are going to keep it empty for a while, and for that let's use the keyword pass. Now let's create an object of that class. Let's say the object name is obj1, and to create that object we will have to write obj1 equals to mobile parenthesis. So as we have seen, when we create an object of class, the constructor gets called internally, which will look inside the class and try to find the method initializer, or it is known as init method. So now we are going to create a method or that inbuilt method inside the class. The syntax to create it is def underscore underscore init underscore underscore and the parenthesis, and inside that parenthesis the first parameter will be self. So we have created an object, the constructor gets called internally, and to fulfill that we have defined a method that is initializer. Now we will pass some arguments inside this method. So to do that we'll have to create some variables and assign some value to it, and thereafter we'll have to pass these variables inside the class. Let's say the variables are RAM equals to 16 GB and storage equals to 64 GB. Now we will just write these arguments in this bracket to pass these arguments inside the class, and this init method will be the one which will accept these arguments. So the first parameter is self, second is RAM, and third is the storage. Obviously the first parameter will be the keyword self, which is an alternate name of the object that we have created, or we can say it's an instance of that object. Here you can see RAM and storage are just the variable, it's not the instance variable. So to make these an instance variable, we'll have to use the self keyword. So let's say self followed by dot operator and the name of variable. Let's say the name of variable is RAM, and we will assign the argument that we have accepted as an argument to this method. So self.ram equals to ram and self.storage equals to storage. These are two variables or instance variable we have created here. So to check whether the conversion of these variables into instance variable is completed or not, we'll print it outside the class by using the object name. We will copy self.ram and self.storage and just paste it below the line 12. And since we are outside the class, we'll have to replace that self keyword by the actual name of that object, that is obj1, and we will print it simply just by using the print function. As an output, you can see that we are getting the value 16 GB and 64 GB. It means we have successfully converted these normal variables into the instance variable, and we can use it inside the class or outside the class wherever we want by just simply using the object name or the self keyword if we are inside the class. And we can also create some extra variables or extra instance variable if we want to by just simply using the self keyword. Let's say self dot and the variable name, let's say processor, and we'll assign some value to it. Let's say the processor is Snapdragon, and we can also use it in the same way that we have used the variables RAM and storage. So in this video we have seen how to create an object of a class, what is constructor and what is that init method, and how can we use that init method and how much it is important inside the class. Hope you have learned something from today's video. In the next video we are going to see the concepts of inheritance and polymorphism. Till then, keep learning.
Thanks for watching Python Everyday. Like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to watch other videos on our channel. Goodbye. See you in the next video.